I'm here with Ben Crighton. He's our nutritionist and he's going to talk to us about the most common mistakes he sees combat athletes making when they cut weight for a fight.
First of all, we're going to start off with the most common mistakes, as Rose just said, that combat athletes tend to make when it comes to nutritional habits and also when it comes to making weight. First and foremost, I think the main problem that we have is that guys are too willing to skip meals, so they think if they do a training session, they're going to skip the breakfast or skip lunch, it's going to be better for them overall, but in actual fact, that's the worst thing we can be doing. We need to make sure that we are getting some energy into the body, make sure that we're getting some carbohydrates to replenish glycogen, also make sure we're getting protein, enough protein, so that when we're on an energy restricted diet that we're not going to be losing lean tissue, because ultimately we want to try and lose as much fat as possible and to keep as much lean tissue. If you are in too great an energy deficit, then your body is going to try and keep hold of as much fat tissue as possible. So what we need to make sure that we're doing is when we're cutting weight for a fight, that we're not going to be dipping below that resting metabolic rate. We need to make sure that we are consuming meals regularly throughout the day. So instead of perhaps having 2 or 3 meals a day, we're going to stick to 5 or 6 smaller meals. So we're going to have snacks in between. The most important thing we need to do is control the portion sizes that we're having in these meals. Okay, one of the major problems that we find is a lack of variety in the diet. People tend to consume the same foods all the time. We want to try and make sure that we have some basic cooking skills. We're going to try some foods, maybe not in the run-up the last couple of weeks before a fight, but in the off-season, if we can try and get some recipes down. If we can try new foods, especially vegetables, that seems to be the one which guys are shying away from. We need to try and eat a varied diet, so we want to try and get as many different colours as possible in the diet from different sources of fruit and vegetables. And again, when it comes to cutting weight, because vegetables are so low in kilocalories, so low in energy, it's the perfect thing to snack on, particularly late at night. I think a major problem that we have nowadays particularly is that fighters become over-reliant on supplementation, okay? Supplements are only there to supplement the diet, so ideally what we want to be doing is getting our protein, fat and carbohydrate sources from whole food sources as opposed to from supplements. Supplements do have a place, but I would always say to you, if possible, get it from a whole food source.